Hi, I'm David Braun, and today in this video I will talk about how I got to where I ended up in my career. Actually, I didn't know what I wanted to do when I graduated from high school. Didn't have a clue. In the school magazine, I just said for my ambition that I wanted a BA, Bachelor of Arts. No idea what I was going to do. And while I was studying my BA in political science and strategic marketing, that it came to me that maybe I should try to be a journalist. I was actually advised by a friend of my father's that he thought I would make a good one. So I joined a company that had its own journalism training program, 6 months in a classroom, taught by and mentored by the company's most distinguished hands-on journalists from all different backgrounds and beats, whether it was foreign reporting or financial, sport, whatever. Had their general training for six months. And then another 18 months in the newsroom of a small newspaper that the company owned, in which I went through all the different beats, as we call them, the criminal courts, the crime beat, the local government, and ended up with science and environment. And from there I did a stint overseas in England for 6 months and worked on a publication called Orchestra World. It was very small, and I was mentored by that editor-in-chief, who taught me about the art of storytelling, which he said had to be like a cup of tea, hot and strong. Just a great writer, a great headline writer. Came back to South Africa, where I started, and rejoined the daily newspaper and in Johannesburg, and eventually became the political correspondent of that newspaper, the senior reporting job of a daily newspaper in the country. Had very interesting times because it was the end of apartheid, and right towards the time when Mandela was released, I was transferred to Washington as the group bureau chief for 13 newspapers. And in that capacity, I had the great fortune to travel around the United States, North America actually, Canada included, for 13 stops on his great freedom tour. So I had a front row seat there, so reporting from overseas. I eventually came to settle in the United States, and I initially worked on United Press International, a wire service where we would, and on the financial desk, where we would process 70, 80 stories a day coming from all over the world, which taught me a lot of speed and greatly helped me land a job just for about a year in a company called CMP Media that had just started a company called TechWeb, one of the first online news services. Long story short, I wound up at National Geographic, spent 21 years there, started in the communications office, then went over to their digital operations, which was only about 4 years old, started their news service, built it into something, and I ended my career. I'm retired now, running National Geographic's Fulbright program, teaching and mentoring storytellers.